Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Michelle and Mila is playing with her game right now. I'm sure you can hear her in the background, but I wanted to go into some paperwork admin stuff on our cruise series of what you need in order to go to the Cayman Islands first. So I am going to share the forms that you need to fill out. I'm going to share with you the emails and the steps that I took in order to get Mila okayed by the port authority. Since we were on a cruise, we were not going by air, we were going by sea. So there's different rules all the time. My first step and recommendation to you is to contact the country. So I am going to share my computer screen. So the first thing I did is I went on to the Cayman Islands website and I found someone's email address, which is right here. And I sent them an email as to, I'm going to be coming on a cruise ship and what are the steps that I need to take in order to have my animal be on the cruise ship. And Mila wants to play with her game. Mila, come here. Let's show them how we went to the Cayman Islands. Yeah. Let's show them this real quick. And we can play some more game. So that is, oh, let me just put her right here, actually. Come here. Sit. We'll see if she'll sit through this. I highly doubt it, but she really wants treats right now. So different countries had different rules for getting off the ship and staying on the ship. But just because you're in international waters and going to another country, you still had to go through all these hoops, which is why if I do a cruise again with Mila, it would be to the US, Canada, or just Mexico. Because Mexico, if you see in one of our other cruise series videos, you'll see that it was just a physical inspection. We had our general health certificate and that was it. So it was super simple. So dog on cruise, not disembarking was the subject line of my email. And this is what they let me know. Different countries did require a fee. So I'll show that in another video, but this is simply just for the Cayman Islands because I want to keep it really simple. So that's one of them. And then this is the guidelines of what you would need for completing a U.S. health certificate for pets entering the Cayman Islands. So they actually had a specific health certificate that you had to take to your vet in order to even just come in the waters of the Cayman Islands. So it goes through how to fill it out. If you had any questions, you had to email them or call. And yes, the phone calls were pretty expensive. And then this right here is the form, or not form, but this is the health certificate that I had to get filled out for the Cayman Islands specifically. Now, what you're going to notice, even though we were not getting off the ship, you needed to get, they had to do a tapeworm, so we had to do that. And then you see this, a USDA-accredited issuing vet had to sign off on it. So there's tons of vets that are not a USDA-accredited vet to sign off on what they call this health certificate, which is similar to an international health certificate. So even though I had this, the cruise line wanted a different health certificate filled out. So I'm going to show you that too, because it was super old. The vets hadn't seen it, at least the vets we go hadn't seen it in a while. So not only did we get this specific health certificate filled out by our vet, signed, and all the things done, we also had to get the one that the cruise line said. And they didn't even let me know that until like the week before. So I'm going to show you the health certificate that when you go to the vet and get one, I would also bring this piece of paper along and have them get it filled out. So that's that one. And then this were all the instructions. So for importing dogs and cats in the Cayman Islands. But the problem with this is that you see this rabies titer. It was really unclear if I needed the rabies titer for her because we weren't even getting off the ship. They required it. The rabies titer is a test that your vet has to do some blood and then they send it in to like Kansas State University and then their labs do a test. And then what they do is they send you back this paperwork. So I'll show you so you can see
but it's a FAVN report. So I just want to show you that that's what it will look like. And that's the FAVN report, which is a rabies titer test that basically said, Mila's in the clear for no rabies. So we did do that. The problem with the FAVN test is that you have to only put one country on it. So if you're going on a cruise with 3 different ports, cross your fingers that you don't have to take this test 3 or 4 times, because we had to pay $400 for this test and all the health certificates. So it adds up really quick. I learned a lot. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer it for you. But this walks you through all of the things that you need to do on that health certificate. The other crucial thing is that your health certificate has to be within 14 days of travel. Okay, very important. So you don't want to get your health certificate too early, because otherwise it won't even be valid. Grateful that we live in the US. Coming back to the US is very simple. And then make sure to fill out the form through the CDC, which I have in another video, because that is a new rule that I've seen, depending on when you're watching this video. Late 2024, 2025 is when you need it. So we just booked a trip in March of 25, and we needed to make sure that we have that form filled out. So these are all of the administrative work that you need to do if you're going to bring your dog to another country. So again, step 1, contact the local vet at the country or the port that you're going to. Step number 2, take this information, make sure your vet is a USDA-accredited vet where they can sign off on these unique health certificates. And then also for us, because it was a cruise line, I needed to work with the cruise line. To be honest, they were pretty clueless as to what was needed in every country. So that's why I went directly to each country. However, they did need this one. It's called Form 7001. It's a USDA International Health Certificate. But what's weird is it says it's a United States intrastate and international health certificate. It covers both, which is strange, because if you do an international health certificate, it's usually much more robust. So we did it because they requested it. And again, you can just get this on Google. We downloaded it. And then actually our vet had this electronically where they could type it all in. But if you need it, this is what it looks like. So again, most of the intrastate health certificates do not look like this, because they will have the titer on there. For the international health certificates, you typically need the rabies titer. And then this cruise line accepted this. So I don't think we had to jump through as many hoops as we did, but this is how we got into the Cayman Islands. So I hopefully that's helpful. That's all you need. And if you need that email address again, I just got everything from Google. So this was the health certificate. This was the directions on how to fill it out. So the guide and notes for completing, which is really, make sure to pay attention, because there are some very unique things when you're filling this out, like the way you write the dates and a few other unique items. So make sure to read every detail. And then this is the date of issue. Anytime you see these 2 stars for certificate number, that's where you really want to watch out and read the directions, because it's very unique for each one.
And that is it. So hopefully you found that helpful. Again, if you have a question, I would just call up your vet, make sure they're USDA accredited vet that can sign off on health certificates for traveling internationally. But what I learned is you have to go directly through the country you're going to, and that's the best way, because they will guide you in what you need to do. I also was helping a friend get their dog to Portugal when they were moving from Canada. So deal directly with the country where you're going. That would be my recommendation. And then if you're going on a cruise, just get them whatever they need. So, but that was it. And then we were actually on Norwegian Cruise Line, and they actually mentioned us in the newspaper of the cruise ship. So that was really cool. But hopefully you found that helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. Mila, do you want to say bye? Say bye. The cruise was so fun, right?